What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the upcoming fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. That fight's taking place October 25th, I believe. There are two titles on the line that night. The fight, I believe, is happening at 130 pounds, but Tank Davis's 135-pound title is on the line, as well as Santa Cruz's 130-pound title being on the line. Tank Davis is unbeaten in 23 fights, with all but one of those wins coming by knockout. The one fight where he didn't get the stoppage was early on in his career. I think he's on something like a 14-fight knockout streak. So Tank is obviously a huge puncher, as his record suggests. But to me, he is much more than just a big puncher. He's pretty slick. He's hard to hit clean, even when he's being aggressive. He's a pretty good counter puncher. When he sees blood, he goes for the finish. He's a very good finisher. He's a southpaw, like I say. He's hard to hit. He's a well-rounded fighter, in my opinion. He's good on the outside. He has a very hard jab from the outside to the head and the body, similar to what Mayweather used to do. He likes to use that jab to the body, take air out of the tires of his opponent. He's a good fighter on the inside as well. He can really shorten up his shots, throw vicious uppercuts and hooks from close range and generate a lot of power. He's a good body puncher as well as a head puncher. He can throw lead power shots. He can counter punch. He's got a good jab, like I say. Another thing Tank Davis likes to do is he likes to throw lead left hands out of his southpaw stance. When he starts walking opponents down, he'll pot shot them with lead left hands. Similar to Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner, he can lead with his left hand out of his southpaw stance due to him being so fast. He can get away with it. He also likes to throw leaping lead right hooks. Due to his speed, he gets away with that as well. So to me, he's a very good, well-rounded fighter. He's also, I think his boxing IQ is quite underrated. He's good technically. He's quite economical in the ring. He doesn't waste many punches in there. Every shot he throws, there's a purpose for it, and he breaks fighters down one punch at a time. On the other hand, Santa Cruz, to me, he's primarily a pressure fighter. He's very high volume. Despite being a very tall and skinny fighter for his weight classes, he's a high punch. He has a high punch output, and he's a pressure fighter primarily. He's always in tremendous condition. He can box a bit, as he showed in the second Frampton fight, which I think caught Frampton a little bit by surprise. Santa Cruz came out, he used his jab more, he used his height and his reach more, fought a little bit on the back foot, and in my opinion, that's what he's going to try to do in this fight as well. If he comes out and he just tries to put pressure on Gervonta Davis, I can see he'll get hit too much, and with Tank's power, he won't last very long, despite having a very good chin. I think Tank has the type of power that can put a dent in even the very elite chins of boxing. So I think Santa Cruz is going to try and catch Davis by surprise and come out and try to use his height, try to use his jab, try to use his reach, maybe move a little bit on the outside, at least for the early rounds, while Tank is going to be most dangerous and most explosive. However, Tank does carry power even late in the fight, as he showed in just his last fight with Gamboa, where he stopped him late. I think though Santa Cruz is going to try and drag Tank Davis into the later rounds, and then he's going to try and tire him out and outwork Gervonta Davis. However, I don't think that's going to be the case in this fight, because with this being Davis's first fight on pay-per-view, he looks to be taking training camp extremely seriously. I think he's not going to be weight trained, even though it's at 130 pounds. So I don't see him slowing down in this fight. I think he's going to be in very good shape. I think he's going to make a statement in this fight. So in my opinion, Davis is going to be too skilled from the outside for Santa Cruz, when like I say, Santa Cruz is going to try and use the same game plan as he did against Frampton and try and fight more on the outside early in this fight. I think Davis is going to be too skilled for him on the outside. I think he's going to be landing hard counter shots on Santa Cruz, and I think he's going to be walking Santa Cruz down, as he's actually the bigger, stronger of the two guys in there. He's used to fighting bigger men. He has the bigger punch out of the two guys. So I can see him walking Santa Cruz down and breaking him down one punch at a time. I am picking Tank Davis in this fight. I don't, however, think it's going to be an early stoppage due to Santa Cruz maybe boxing more early in the fight rather than just applying pressure on Davis. So I'm picking Tank Davis. I think he's going to win by stoppage. I think it will be later in the fight, as Santa Cruz is also always in tremendous shape, so he'll be able to absorb some punishment. However, I do think Tank Davis will stop Santa Cruz in the second half of the fight. I think Cruz is going to be hoping Tank Davis is going to be run out of gas in the second part of the fight. However, I don't think that's going to happen due to Davis looking like he's taking training camp extremely seriously due to this being his first pay-per-view fight. So I don't think we're going to see Davis slow down in the second half of the fight. Even if he does slow down a little bit, which is only natural to slow down in the second half of the fight, I think Santa Cruz would have taken tremendous damage from Tank Davis, that Santa Cruz is not going to be as effective as he usually is in the second half of the fight. And I don't think he's going to be able to really have that much of effect on Davis due to Santa Cruz not being a very big puncher, being the smaller guy in there, and Davis being physically stronger than him. I also think even if Tank Davis would slow down in this fight, that Tank Davis has the boxing IQ and boxing ability to where he'll be able to navigate his way through the rest of the fight against Santa Cruz. And like I say, Santa Cruz hasn't really got that type of punching power where he can really hurt Davis or make him pay, even if Davis does want to take some rounds off in there. Tank has good defense, so I can see he can maybe take a rest in there at times if he needs to, and he won't get made to pay for it too much. So in summary, I'm picking Tank Davis to win. I'm expecting him to win by stoppage. However, I think he's going to stop Cruz in the second half of the fight due to Santa Cruz maybe catching him by a little bit of surprise and using the same game plan as he did in the second Frampton fight. I am going to be betting on this fight. The way I'm going to play in the fight is I'll take Tank Davis by KO, and I'll also take the over. So if the fight goes the distance and Tank Davis wins on points, you lose the knockout bet, but you're covered by taking the over. If I get the fight completely wrong and Santa Cruz wins on points, I still win the over, half of the bet. And if Davis wins by stoppage in the second half of the fight, as I'm predicting that's going to happen, I don't think it's going to be an early knockout. I think he will win by stoppage in the second half of the fight. Then I win both halves of the bet, cashing both the over as well as just Gervonta Davis by KO. So that's how I'm playing the fight, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this fight, who you guys are picking, what you guys think of the way I'm playing the fight. Thanks for listening, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon.